The movie starts with a scene from July 15, 2006, where Emma Morley is swimming and riding her bike. Then, the story goes back to July 15, 1988. It's the day Emma and Dexter graduate from college. They're still in their graduation outfits, celebrating with their friends. Dexter comes up to Emma and introduces himself, but Emma remembers they've met before when he was drunk. Dexter walks Emma home, and they end up kissing at her door. Emma feels uneasy, so Dexter suggests they just be friends. They end up sleeping in her bed, just cuddling. Emma then asks Dexter if he wants to spend the day with her, even though it's already early morning. In 1989, Dexter helps Emma move into a small, not-so-nice apartment in London. They talk about Emma wanting to be a writer. Then Dexter has to go to India. In 1990, Emma is working at a Mexican restaurant. She's training a new guy, Ian, and calls the place the Graveyard of Ambition because it's not where she wants to end up. She chats with Dexter on the phone, telling him she's not writing anymore because she's busy being a waitress. Dexter encourages her to keep writing, reminding her that anything worth doing isn't easy. He quotes her own words back to her. They also talk about Dexter's job as a teacher, and Emma jokingly warns him not to get involved with his students. Right then, a young woman is seen jumping around on Dexter's bed, suggesting he might not be following Emma's advice. Their call gets cut off. Later, Dexter meets his mom for lunch. She's upset he's late and questions him about when he'll start taking life seriously. Dexter says he enjoys teaching. His mom asks about Emma, who writes him long letters, but Dexter says they're just friends. His mom wants to have a serious talk with him alone the next day, but doesn't tell him why. They go to meet Dexter's dad after that. In 1991, Emma is still at the Mexican restaurant where she works. Dexter visits her there, but he's with another girl. However, he came to talk to Emma. Emma shares with him that she's been offered the job of manager because the restaurant thinks she won't leave. Dexter encourages her to quit, saying she shouldn't come back. He tells her that nobody has their life figured out at 25, but Emma thinks Dexter does. Dexter compliments her, saying she's smart, beautiful, and can do anything. He wishes he could make her more confident. Dexter also suggests that what Emma really needs is a vacation. In 1992, Dexter and Emma are driving to France for a vacation. Emma is surprised she's actually going on this trip with Dexter and decides they need some rules. Rule number 1, no sleeping in the same bed or cuddling. Rule number 2, no flirting because Dexter has a girlfriend and they shouldn't start anything. Rule number 3, no seeing each other naked, including in the shower or while going to the bathroom, and definitely no skinny dipping. Dexter adds his own rule number 4, no playing Scrabble because he knows Emma loves it and he doesn't, which is exactly why he chooses it. When they're at the beach, Dexter helps Emma with sunscreen, and she notices yin/yang tattoo on his ankle. He says it symbolizes perfect opposites, but Emma jokes it means he should wear socks. They have a quiet moment together. Then they realize they're on a nudist beach, and Emma warns Dexter not to get any ideas. Later, at a bar, Emma admits she used to have a crush on Dexter when they first spent the night together after graduation. Dexter says he guessed as much from her long letters and mixtapes. Emma explains she got over him by getting to know him better. After drinking a lot, they decide to leave the bar. Dexter ends up skinny dipping, breaking one of their rules, and convinces Emma to join him. He admits he cares for her but isn't ready for a serious relationship, suggesting they could just have fun. Emma isn't impressed and dunks him in the water. When they see two guys stealing Dexter's clothes, including his favorite underwear, Dexter tries to chase them, upset about his loss. That night, they end up sleeping in the same bed. Emma asks how many rules they've broken. Dexter says all of them, but Emma points out they haven't played Scrabble yet. Dexter suggests maybe they will tomorrow. In 1993, Dexter is hosting a not-so-great TV show. After one episode, he calls Emma late at night, possibly drunk or high, and tells her he likes her body. Emma tells him to just go home and sleep because it's very late. By 1994, Dexter looks unwell and nervous. He picks up a videotape and a gift, then drives to his parents' house in a nice car. His dad notices he's sweating and mentions his mom has been waiting for him. Dexter finds his mom very sick with cancer. He gives her the gift, saying it's from Emma, and it turns out to be books. His mom jokes about the gift being too ambitious and suggests shorter reads for next time. Dexter is upset by her making such comments. He shows her the videotape of his TV show, but she questions why he's doing that instead of something more meaningful. They argue, and she says she needs to rest. Dexter mentions he has to leave for a movie premiere, which disappoints her. Later, Dexter lies in his old room until his mom wakes him to say his dad is upset he missed their family day. She believes Dexter will be a good man eventually, but she's not fond of who he is now. Dexter's dad drives him to the train station, warning him about his behavior and telling him he can get his car when he's sober. Meanwhile, Emma is out with Ian, an aspiring comedian, after she becomes a teacher. It's clear she doesn't find him very funny. She wanted to celebrate her new job with someone since Dexter was unavailable. They end up racing to Ian's place in the rain after dinner. In 1995, Emma is now Ian's girlfriend and she's also a teacher. Dexter is working on a TV show called Late Night Lock-In. During one of the shows, Dexter's dad visits and tells him that his mom has died. When his dad is leaving, he advises Dexter not to worry about newspaper articles calling him the most annoying man on TV. Meanwhile, Emma's students put on a school play, and Ian is there to support them. Later, Emma sees Dexter on his show, and he's not doing well at all. In 1996, Emma and Ian live together, but Emma isn't happy. Ian isn't making money or fixing up their place like he said he would. Emma meets Dexter at a fancy club. Dexter asks about her and Ian, and Emma makes a half-hearted joke that it's fine. Dexter goes to use drugs in the bathroom, and when he comes back, he makes fun of Emma's teaching job. She gets mad and storms out. Dexter follows her, and Emma tells him she's been wanting to talk to him about her unhappy relationship with Ian. She's upset because Dexter hasn't been sober in years, making it hard for her to talk to him about her problems. She says if she can't talk to him, then there's no point in their relationship. As she walks away, Dexter asks if they're breaking up. Emma comes back, hugs him, and says she loves him but doesn't like who he's become. Then she leaves, with Dexter watching her go. In 1998, Dexter has a messy ponytail and is hosting a video game show. He finds out he's losing his job. He's 32 and doesn't know what to do next. In 1999, Dexter is nervously practicing how to say, "I love you." He's with his new girlfriend, Sylvie, and her family, who are enjoying the pool and drinks. They play some party games, but Dexter accidentally hurts Sylvie's nose, making her mom call him a fool. Emma goes to her apartment and finds Ian there, even though they've broken up. He's drunk, sitting on the couch. He's upset because Emma ended things with him whenever he talked about marriage. He says it's because she's in love with her best friend, Dexter. He knows this because he's been reading her poems. Emma gets really mad, and they argue. Later, when they're both calmer, Ian tells Emma that even though her poems aren't great, she's a really funny writer and should keep writing. 2000, Emma, alone, and Dexter, with Sylvie, are attending a mutual college friend's wedding. At the reception, Sylvie asks Dexter if he slept with the bride because they have been attending so many weddings and Dexter has at one point slept with all of them. Dexter denies it. We see Dexter talking to an old college friend who has struck it rich and seems to be offering Dexter a job, as he hasn't seen him on TV in a while. Dexter makes a snide remark about the guy being poor in college, all the while staring at Emma. Dexter pulls Emma aside, and they go off together to talk. He gives Emma a wedding invitation to his shotgun wedding. Emma can't believe he's getting married and becoming a father. Emma then tells him that she has been given a modest advance to write a book. Dexter is very excited about it and proud of her. He tells her that even though Sylvie doesn't like to laugh, he worships her. Emma says she's happy for him, and they share a friendly kiss. In 2001, Dexter is working in a basic cooking job for the same college friend he made fun of at the wedding. The friend tells Dexter it's not personal, but everyone must start from the bottom. Dexter says he likes the job. Then, we see Dexter at home taking care of his baby, Jasmine, while Sylvie is getting ready to leave for a bachelorette party until the next day. Jasmine keeps crying, but Dexter manages to soothe her by performing a puppet show with stuffed animals and reading her a book written by Emma, which is now published. Sylvie calls to check in, but it turns out she is actually being unfaithful to Dexter with his boss. In 2003, Dexter is traveling by train to Paris to see Emma, who now lives there. When they meet, they talk about Dexter's divorce. Dexter tries to express his feelings to Emma, but she interrupts him to say she's met someone new, which upsets Dexter. They hint that they were together once, likely in 2002, but it's not shown in the story. Emma explains she was trying to help Dexter move on from Sylvie, even though that night was very special to her. She then says they're going to see her new boyfriend, Jean-Pierre, a jazz pianist, perform. As soon as Dexter meets Jean-Pierre, he tells Emma he can't stay and plans to leave Paris in the morning. Emma, feeling sad, goes to listen to Jean-Pierre play. After a while, she leaves to find Dexter, who has been walking around Paris. She finds him and tells him she thought she was done with him, but if they are going to be together, he can't let her down or hurt her. Dexter agrees, and they share a passionate kiss. In 2004, Dexter is getting ready to open his own small restaurant and is working on his speech for their upcoming wedding. Emma walks in, and he quickly tells her not to listen because he wants it to be a surprise. It's clear they are very much in love and happy together. In 2005, Sylvie brings their daughter Jasmine to Dexter, showing that they are now on good terms. Sylvie is with Dexter's former boss now, but she tells Dexter she's genuinely happy for him because he seems happy with Emma. That evening, Emma shares with Dexter that she wants to have a baby with him. Dexter agrees, and they decide to start trying for a baby. In 2006, Emma and Dexter have a little argument. Emma tells Dexter she's not pregnant, but Dexter is supportive and says they can try again. Emma apologizes for the argument, and Dexter suggests they go out to make the evening special and then continue trying for a baby. Emma agrees and says she'll meet him after her swim. Emma is seen writing, then swimming. She leaves Dexter a message to say sorry for being in a bad mood and that she'll be a bit late. While cycling later, Emma is hit by a truck. At the same time, Dexter is happy listening to her message, not knowing what has happened. Later, Dexter is shown in their bed, crying. In 2007, Dexter tries to start a fight at a club and gets badly hurt. He makes it home, where his daughter finds him. Sylvie comes over, helps him up, and drives him to his father's house. His dad asks if Dexter is going to make this a yearly habit. His dad advises Dexter to keep living as if Emma were still alive. Dexter isn't sure he can do it, but his dad encourages him, saying he's been doing it for 10 years since Dexter's mom passed away. In 2009, Dexter is at his store, showing some signs of aging but looking happy. Ian visits him and says he dislikes this particular day because it marks the day Emma passed away. Ian shares that he's left comedy behind for a job in insurance and mentions his wife and 2 kids are waiting outside. Ian admits he used to be jealous of Dexter because Emma had a special spark for Dexter that she didn't have with him. Ian believes Emma brought out the best in Dexter and Dexter made Emma truly happy. Dexter offers to stay in touch, but Ian says it's not needed, gives him a hug, and then leaves with his family. Dexter watches them leave, smiling. Back in 1988, the day after Dexter and Emma spend the night just sleeping next to each other, Dexter tries to leave quickly because he says his parents are coming. Emma tells him it's okay for him to go, but she looks sad. Dexter then says his parents aren't arriving yet, and Emma suggests they go for a walk. During the walk, Emma tells him she doesn't want his phone number, postcards, or long letters. They can just be friends, and if something more happens later, then it happens. Dexter complains about the walk because he's wearing the wrong shoes and suggests going back to his place. Emma challenges him to a race back. As they arrive, they find his parents have come early. Dexter introduces Emma, and after a quick handshake, she tells him to have a good life and starts to leave. Dexter's mom notices he's still in yesterday's clothes. His dad teases him, and Dexter says Emma is just a friend. Then, he runs after Emma to get her number. She starts giving him all sorts of contact details until he says he just needs her phone number. They end up kissing deeply, say goodbye several times, and Dexter watches her walk away. In 2011, we see a flashback of 1988 when Emma and Dexter were running down a hill, compared to the current moment where Dexter and his daughter Jasmine are climbing the same hill. Jasmine asks Dexter if he and Emma ever visited this place together, and Dexter confirms they did once. She then asks if he misses Emma, and Dexter admits he does, saying Emma was his best friend. When Jasmine asks who his best friend is now, Dexter tells her it's her, Jasmine. Then Dexter asks Jasmine who her best friend is, and she says it's probably her mom. Curious, Dexter asks Jasmine what she thinks of him. She smiles and decides not to answer, implying Dexter already knows what kind of person he is. They both enjoy a peaceful moment lying together on the hill.